So, welcome everyone to the October 6th, 2020. Happy voting day, everyone. Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. We will, as a reminder to everyone, this is a public meeting and it is being recorded. So I kindly ask that you maintain the same level of decorum that you would as if this was a public meeting in person. So finally, for all of those that are joining us on their cell phone, if you would please ensure that you have muted your cell phone by pressing *6. Well, let's begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
justice for all.
Justice for all.
Justice for all. I hear Commissioner Boyce is with us. Commissioner, are you yet at the courthouse?
No, I'm pulling in now. I'm pulling in now, but I wouldn't wait. I would just I'll be in my office in 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and have Commissioner Brown move the agenda along then, and we'll have you join when you get upstairs.
That'd be great. Thanks.
All right. Need an approval of the minutes of the July 21, 28, and August 4, 2020 general sessions, the October 1, 2020 briefing session, and the September 28 and 30, 2020 administrative briefings.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
And Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
All right. On to the agenda here.
Resolution number 676-20. Resolution authorizing the Franklin County Engineer to provide services as necessary for an immediate permanent repair to the Alum Creek Drive Bridge over Big Walnut Creek, HAM-CR 122-1.87, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, declaring an emergency due to safety issues in the amount of $150,000.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer. And before I get started, I'm hoping that Commissioner Boyce is still on the line so I can wish him a happy belated birthday.
Thank you. It's happy belated 38th birthday, but yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
I hope you have an excellent birthday week.
And that would be birthday month. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, birthday month. I understand. Commissioners, this resolution, as stated, is for the Alum Creek Drive Bridge over Big Walnut Creek in the southeast part of the county in Hamilton Township and the village of Obetz. In May of 2020, inspections found indications of failure to the bridge joints, creating a driving hazard for vehicles, and on June 24, 2020, the Franklin County Engineer's Office performed a temporary fix to keep Alum Creek Drive over Big Walnut Creek open and to allow vehicles to continue to travel safely. During the follow-up inspections of the temporary fix to the bridge, there were indications showing a rapidly continued failure. This improvement will require closure anticipated for October 19th of 2020 for the northbound lanes of Alum Creek Drive for an estimated 3 weeks, and will also include the permanent closure of the median at Bixby Road just south of the bridge. The work will be funded by ODOT safety money and Franklin County Engineer Road and Bridge funds. The Franklin County Engineer's Office has various equipment and resources to make a permanent repair, and the total cost of this permanent repair shall not exceed $150,000. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval.
Kevin, do you want to get back to regular rotation?
No, can you go ahead for now? I'm almost there. Yes.
Okay. I'll move for passage of 676-20.
Commissioner Boyce, did we lose you, sir?
Okay, I'll I'll second them.
Thank you, Commissioner. Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Second.
All right,
Second.
There it is.
there we go. Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce. Oh, technology. So the resolution has been moved and seconded by both Commissioner O'Grady and Commissioner Boyce. Commissioner O'Grady, can I get your vote, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm actually a little flustered already this morning with all of our back and forth. I apologize. So let's try this again for the record. Commissioner, we're voting. I'm sorry. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce, and Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Thank you. The resolution has been approved. Resolution number 677-20. Resolution awarding contract and approving contract bond to Shelley and Sands Incorporated for the Clark State Road and Longstreth Park Place drainage improvements in the amount of $482,866.25.
This resolution is a construction contract award to Shelley and Sands for the Clark State Road at Longstreth Park Place Drainage Improvement Project, which is located in the northeast part of the county in Jefferson Township. We held a competitive bid opening on September 15th, 2020. We had 9 bidders, and Shelley and Sands had the lowest and best bid. This is a locally funded project, and our newly established Equitable Business Enterprise Program has been implemented. The EBE aspirational goal was 4%. MS Trucking Incorporated is the EBE contractor who is DBE certified with ODOT. The utilization plan form submitted by Shelley and Sands anticipates the actual EBE percentage at 4.4%. Pending any questions, I request your approval.
Thank you, Cornell. I'll move for passage of 677-20.
Commissioner O'Grady, I'm not seeing Commissioner Boyce on the line, sir.
Okay. Second.
Thank you. Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
and just for the record, Commissioner Boyce. Okay. The resolution has been adopted. Thank you. Resolution number 678-20. Resolution granting approval to declare equipment obsolete and no longer needed for Franklin County use and authorizing sale of said equipment.
Commissioners, this resolution, as stated, declares equipment obsolete and authorizes the sale or proper disposal of the identified equipment. We will allow political subdivisions a designated period to bid and purchase those items before offering them for public auction. The equipment list includes a hybrid SUV, 2 4x4 pickup trucks, a roller, 2 mowers, floor sweeper, and 2 compactors. Any questions? I respectfully request your approval.
I'll move for passage of 678-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce. Can you hear me yet, sir?
Talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I can hear you. I'm back.
All right.
I'll hear you.
With Commissioner Brown and Commissioner O'Grady's vote, the resolution has been adopted. Thank you. Resolution number 679-20, Newbern Drive East and the Jefferson Farms, in the Farms of Jefferson Phase 3, accepted for public maintenance and shall become part of the Jefferson Township road system, Franklin County, Ohio.
As stated, this resolution is for the subdivision known as the Farms at Jefferson Phase 3. It is in the northeast part of the county in Jefferson Township along Clark State Road east of Babbitt. The street, storm sewer, and waterline infrastructure for the subdivision has been built. It is ready for public use and maintenance can be turned over to Jefferson Township. Would request your approval of this resolution.
There are no comments. I'll move for passage of 67920.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution has been adopted.
Thank you all very much. Have a good day.
Great. Thanks, Cornell. Emergency Management Agency.
Resolution number 680-20. Resolution authorizing the Director for Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security to sign memorandums of understanding and intergovernmental agreements as necessary to manage the Medical Reserve Corps as part of the volunteer disaster programs within Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Young, representing Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security. For you is this resolution authorizing the Director of Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security to sign the memorandum of understandings and intergovernmental agreements necessary to include the Medical Reserve Corps volunteers within the existing volunteer programs managed by Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security. These groups include the Community Emergency Response Team, CERT, volunteers in public safety support, VIPS, and radio amateur civil emergency services. This request for collaboration was brought forward to us by Commissioner Mazzola as a beneficial way to avoid duplication and create efficiencies within the administration of all volunteer groups supporting disaster response. Proceeding in this manner has been approved by the Franklin County Health Commission on June 9th, 2020, and the Executive Committee for FCEM and HS on July 2020. This change has also been to the staff at Columbus Health, supported by the leadership who are voting members of the Executive Committee for our agency. The volunteer groups have been active over the past year, providing support to the abbreviated Arnold Fitness Expo, the personal protective equipment donation drop-off location, the damage assessment process for the May flash flooding, and the early voting center, which began this morning. And they are also being prepared to support any COVID vaccination processes. I'll gladly answer any questions and ask for your approval of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. I'll move for passage of 68020.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 680-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 681-20. Resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation for the purchase of remote call taking units for use by the wireless public safety answering points.
Before you is this resolution for a supplemental appropriation for the purchase of Viper 911 remote call answering equipment to be used by 911 call takers and dispatchers within Franklin County. There's always been an understanding and plans in place for all 911 communication centers to have backup systems and locations in case their primary centers become unusable. The COVID pandemic has reinforced that even with the previous plans in place, there also needs to be a reasonable amount of flexibility as to how staff functions within those spaces. With this current need to have the ability for 911 call takers to socially distance and potentially work in remote or more distant spaces than is routine, the purchase of this equipment is appropriate to be funded through CARES Act funds and in collaboration with the City of Columbus. The Viper remote 911 call answering equipment is provided by the Franklin County Next Generation 911 provider, Intrado Systems Corporation. The collaboration with the City of Columbus is an agreement for Franklin County to fund 25% of the purchase and the City of Columbus 75%. Also agreeing to store, inventory, and maintain the cache of remote call taking equipment for use by any of the 911 communication centers within Franklin County. I'll gladly answer any questions and ask for your approval of this resolution.
I'll move for passage of 68120.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes. Resolution
number 681-20 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners. Have a good day.
Thanks. Great job, Director. Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 682-20. Can you hear me okay, Commissioners?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Better.
Resolution number 682-20. Review of petition to annex 0.9 acres, more or less, from Mifflin Township to the City of Columbus. Case number ANX-21-20.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Jenny Snap, Assistant Director at Economic Development and Planning. This resolution is to consider an expedited Type 2 annexation petition of 0.9 acres from Township to the City of Columbus. The area to be annexed includes property located at 2622 and 26 through 2624 Johnstown Road, which is north and west of Johnstown Road, south of Interstate 670, and east of North Cassidy Avenue. Petition was filed by agent and attorney Brian T. Johnson of Eastman & Smith, who is in attendance should you have any questions, on behalf of the owner, Bread of Life Properties, LLC. 51% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with the City of Columbus, and the city passed ordinance number 2015-2020 on September 14, 2020, indicating the services that would be provided once the annexation is approved and a state regarding incompatible land uses in the zoning buffer. Petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code. And pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
Okay, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 682-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 682-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 683-20. Review of petition to annex 5.397 acres, more or less, from Prairie Township to the City of Columbus, case number ANX-22-20.
Commissioners, this resolution is to consider, again, another expedited Type 2 annexation petition of 5.397 acres from Prairie Township to the City of Columbus. The area to be annexed includes property located at 5757 West Broad Street and a parcel on Galloway Road. Those are both south of West Broad Street, west of Galloway Road, north of Hall Road, and east of Alton Road. Petition was filed by agent and attorney Aaron B. Epling of Epling Law on behalf of the owner, RJM Star LLC. 95% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with the City of Columbus, and the city passed ordinance number 2016-2020 on September 14, 2020, indicating the services that will be provided once the annexation is approved, and a statement regarding possible incompatible land uses and the zoning buffer. Petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and pending any questions, we request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 683-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 683-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 684-20. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Richard Sturgill and Rosina Ward Sturgill at 4654 Henley Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43228.
Commissioners, Madison Andrews, Economic Development Planning as Administrative Assistant. This homeowner received a loan for $2,560 in 2010 with our housing program. They've met all program requirements and all property taxes are current. So we respectfully ask that you sign the discharge of mortgage instrument.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 684-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 684-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 685-20. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Vicky Hall at 1997 Melrose Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43224.
This homeowner received a housing loan of $4,326 in 2009. They've met all program requirements and all the taxes are current on the property, so we respectfully ask that you sign the discharge of mortgage instrument.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 685-20.
second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes,
Resolution number 685-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 686-20. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Samar Tesfishmeal at 2957 Remington Ridge Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43232.
This homeowner received a housing loan of $6,000 in 2017. He's paid off that loan and he's met all the other program requirements and the property taxes are current. So respectfully ask that you sign the discharge of mortgage.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 685-20.
second,
I'm sorry, Commissioner. We're at 686.
Oh, sorry, 686-20.
second,
Thank you both. Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes,
Resolution 686-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 687-20. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Michael and Lori Sturgill at 4634 Henley Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43228.
And then finally, this homeowner received a loan of $2,175 in 2010. They've met all the program requirements and all the taxes are current on the property. So we respectfully ask that you sign the discharge of mortgage instrument.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 687-20.
second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
everybody, yeah, yes. Everything
Thank
kind
you,
of froze up there for a second.
Resolution number 687-20
Thank you,
has been
Commissioner.
adopted.
All right, Madison, thank you very much. All right, let's move on to justice policy and programs.
Resolution number 688-20. Resolution authorizing sub-grant awards and contracts for services with after-school all-stars and Capital University for juvenile justice and delinquency prevention programming under the fiscal year 2019 Title II Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act block grant in the amount of $60,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michael Daniels, Director of the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. As
Morning.
stated in the title, this is 2 sub-grant awards under the fiscal year 2019 Title II Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Grant that our office administers. $50,000 to After School All-Stars to continue their comprehensive prevention program, and $10,000 to Capital University to continue their tutoring intervention inside the juvenile detention facility. Pending any questions, ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 688-20.
second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes,
Resolution number 688-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 689-20. Resolution authorizing acceptance of a fiscal year 2020 Improving Criminal Justice Responses Program Grant Award from the Office on Violence Against Women.
Commissioners, we're really excited to bring this one forward. It's a collaboration between our office, the city attorney's office, and many other partners across the continuum, including law enforcement and the courts. This asks for your acceptance of an award through the Office of Violence Against Women through the United States Department of Justice in the amount of $900,000 over the next 3 years. And this money will be used to support a system-wide comprehensive review and mapping of current interagency policies, protocols, case processing procedures, and information sharing as it relates to cases of domestic violence interpersonal violence, intimate partner violence, and dating violence across Franklin County with the goals of enhancing victim safety, promoting offender accountability and rehabilitation, and developing a more cohesive and coordinated community response to make it easier for victims to navigate the system. The details of this will be announced in greater detail. We can talk about them this morning, but at 10:30 this morning, over in front of the new Common Pleas Courthouse, Commissioner Brown will be leading a group of all-star representatives from across the county, including the sheriff, Columbus Police Department, the city attorney's office, and then, of course, Commissioner Brown from the Board of Commissioners to talk about this grant. We're very excited to be able to look at this system comprehensively to make sure that we're all asking the same questions and using the same vocabulary and making it as easy as possible for victims of violence to navigate through the system, as well as to be able to accountable and offer rehabilitation to perpetrators of that violence. Pending any questions, we'd ask for your approval of this resolution.
Standing, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 689-20.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 689-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 690-20. Resolution authorizing an agreement with the U.S. Marshal Service to house federal prisoners in the Franklin County jails.
Commissioners, this final resolution in front of you authorizes the county administrator to execute necessary agreements with the U.S. Marshal Service to house federal prisoners in the Franklin County jail facilities. Pending any questions, we'd ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 690-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 690-20 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right. Thank you, Michael. The purchasing department. Good morning, Megan.
Resolution number 691-20. Resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $857,294.01.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Valenier, Director of Purchasing. This resolution requests your approval of 76 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. This week, 9 out of 16 eligible POs totaling $70,281.55 are being presented for award to 5 women business enterprises, 1 local economically disadvantaged enterprise, and 3 small and emerging business enterprises. This represents 56% of the eligible PO volume and 70% of the eligible PO dollar value. Pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
No comments or questions, move for adoption of 691-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 691-20 has been adopted.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You
Great.
too.
Thanks, Megan. The Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 692-20. A resolution authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $17 million of County of Franklin, Ohio Healthcare Facilities Revenue Bonds, Series 2020, Mother Angeline McCrory Manor Incorporated, the Franklin County Bonds, approving the execution of a base lease, assignment, and related matters in connection with the issuance of the Franklin County bonds, and approving issuance of bonds by Public Finance Authority for the Villas at St. Therese Incorporated.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Mike Millier with the law firm of Ice Miller. We're serving as bond counsel for the 2 proposed bond issues that are considered through this resolution. Joining me this morning from the Carmelite System, which is the nonprofit parent of Mother Angeline McCrory Manor and the Villas at St. Therese, are Paul McGiffert, the president and CEO of the Carmelite System, and Jody Naderhoff, the vice president of finance for the Carmelite System. The resolution before you approves 2 separate bond issues, one for which the county is serving as conduit issuer, The other for which the county is not the issuer of the bonds, but whose approval is required by federal tax law. The first issue is an issue of tax-exempt bonds for Mother Angeline McCrory Manor. Those bonds will be issued through the Franklin County Hospital Commission, which adopted a bond resolution last week approving the issuance of the bonds. Those bonds will be a direct purchase by a local commercial bank, so there will not be a public offering of those bonds. The bond proceeds will be used primarily to refinance existing bonds that were issued by the county back in 2014 for Mother Angeline McCrory Manor. There's also approximately $1 million of new bond proceeds that will be used for renovations at McCrory Manor as part of that financing. As with all of the county's conduit revenue bond issues, there are no county funds at risk here. Although the county is the conduit issuer, the sole responsibility for repayment of the bonds rests with Mother Angeline McCrory Manor and its corporate affiliates in the Carmelite system. The second bond issue that is covered by this resolution is a series of bonds to be issued by the Public Finance Authority, which is a Wisconsin-based conduit issuer. As part of the Carmelite system's overall plan of finance, and to take advantage of economies of scale in financing facilities of theirs around the country, the Public Finance Authority has been asked to issue bonds on a multi-state basis for 5 operations of the Carmelite system in 5 different states. One of those facilities is the Villas at St. Therese, which is located on the east side of Columbus and operates independent and assisted living facilities. Although the county is not the issuer of those bonds, again, the Public Finance Authority is the issuer, federal tax law requires an approval from an elected body in each of the jurisdictions in which the projects being financed by the bonds are located. So again, although the county is not the issuer of those bonds, the county does play an important role in the issuance of the bonds because the county's approval is required for that component of the Public Finance Authority bonds that will be used for the Villas at St. Therese. The amount of the bonds that are expected to be used for the Villas at St. Therese is $10 to $11 million. And again, that is almost exclusively a refinancing of tax-exempt bonds issued by the county for the villas back in 2014. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions regarding the financing, and I know Paul McGiffert, Joni Naderhoff are happy to answer any questions regarding the facilities or the Carmelite system.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 692-20. I think in our briefing, you did a great job of answering all the questions, and I think the way you laid it out was appropriate. So that's job well done. I don't have any comments or questions. Move for passage.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 692-20 has been adopted.
Thank you,
Mike, thank you for the explanation and going through all that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Resolution number 693-20. Resolution authorizing a contract extension and modification with the Saunders Company, LLC for the continuation of the Franklin County 2020 Census Advertising and Outreach Campaign plan at an increase in the amount of the contract not to exceed $40,100.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tyler Lowry, Director of Public Affairs. As Dean said, this is a contract extension with the Saunders Company worth $40,100 or up to $40,100. The Saunders Company, as you know, has worked with us all year to help ensure that we get a complete count of every resident in Franklin County for the 2020 census. Census is used to determine our representation in Washington and also funding for the programs that so many of our residents rely on. So it's vitally important that we count everyone that we can. And this extension will allow Saunders to continue their in-person outreach and advertising in hard-to-reach communities so that we are getting the word out and getting the response rate up. Be happy to answer any questions you may have, and we respectfully request your approval of the resolution.
I'll just say that given the extension of the allowance for the data collection. This is just crucial. And, I think it's gone well, given the environment we've lived in 2020. I really think it's gone well. I think we're pushing that 70% mark, which would be a little bit of an improvement from the last decade. And by the way, I think Saunders Company is doing a really good job with it. So
They have, Commissioner.
Yeah. And so if there are no further comments or questions, and by the way, for my weekly town hall, it's going to be featured the three commissioners, and so it ought to be fun. And I think we're going to talk a lot about census and the importance and value of census. And so I think this should be a good conversation. I hope that everyone that's on this call today can join us on Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
I'm sure you'll get more viewers than you've ever had before.
I have a feeling that's true. And I don't know if it's you or John, but I just know there'll be more people there.
Oh my town hall on Thursday is also features county commissioners. Going to have a conversation with county commissioners from surrounding counties. We'll have Commissioner Christine Schmenk from Union County, Commissioner Tim Bubb, who's also in CCAO leadership. They're all actually in CCAO leadership, but Tim is the first vice president from Licking County, and Commissioner Jeff Fix from Fairfield County. So we're going to talk about, we always obviously talk about the epidemic, but we're going to talk about the effects of the pandemic on each of their counties, and we're going to talk about their unique uses of the CARES Act dollars that they've each received in their counties. So we'll be talking to county commissioners as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good conversation. Looking forward to it.
3 o'clock.
Yep.
3 o'clock on Thursday is mine. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that
3 o'clock.
the folks are listening. I'm hoping to have a conversation. I kind of refer to it as a conversation because I want folks to see how we talk when we're not on air or online. And so hopefully it's that kind of conversation. You'll hear John dogging me about the Steelers all the time. He does that in the air anyways. But I think it should be a good conversation, and we can really drill down on the census impact and just kind of everyday impact. So I think this is a good, well-spent grant or well-spent funds for census. I think they've done a great job, and I think we've made a difference with regards to data collection for the census. So it's good.
Yeah, should be a good conversation. Yep. Commissioner, I ordered a new Browns flag. Should be here today. My other
so what? So what?
So
what? Who cares? Yeah, no one cares.
Commissioners, I hate to interject here, but if
sorry,
you'd like
Dean.
If you'd like your census work to move forward, we need to vote on it. So
I moved for adoption, didn't I? Thank you, sir.
Yes, you did.
I did my part, sir. I'm just saying.
Thank you, Commissioner Boyce. Commissioner Brown.
Second.
Thank you very much.
Where are we?
We're not voting yet.
Let's vote.
Seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution number 693-20 has been adopted, and now I know why I took the week off.
I need a week off.
All right. So, Clerk Hindman Lang, generalizations. I want to get back to giving Kevin the business about the Steelers. So let's do the generalizations.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have 3 this morning, 2 from Economic Development and Planning. Case number ANX-24-20. An expedited Type 2 annexation petition, ANX-24-20, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on September 25th, 2020. The petition is requesting to annex 1.0 acres, more or less, from Jackson Township to the city of Grove City. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on October 27th, 2020. Site 3630 London Grove Port Road, PID number 160-001745, and 3640 London Grove Port Road, PID number 160-001629. The second, case number ANX-25-20, an expedited Type 2 annexation petition, ANX-25-20, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on September 25th, 2020. The petition is requesting to annex 9.83 acres, more or less, from Jackson Township to the city of Grove City. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on October 27, 2020. Site 1255 Stringtown Road, PID number 160-002831 and 160-002838. And the last, Commissioners, the Franklin County Board of Commissioners has received a proposal from the Franklin County Recorder's Office for funding the Recorder's Technology Fund. The Board of Commissioners will hold an administrative session mandated by Section 317.321D of the revised code to discuss the proposal on Thursday, October 29th, 2020, immediately following briefing. That's it, Commissioner O'Grady.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Is there, Earl Thomas or Earl Hopkins? I apologize. Do you have anything, Earl, for the commissioners?
No, sir. You all did a great job explaining everything, and I'm just preparing to attend the press conference at 10:30, so that's why I'm a little absent this morning. But great job as always.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody, anything else for the good of the cause today? I have a full day, so I will talk to everybody later. Have a great day, everyone.
You too.
Two.
Thank you.